Hi, everybody. This again is part of my holiday hustle party online on Facebook with some of my friends. And I'm just finding it a lot easier to record this on my YouTube channel and then transfer it over because I can't go live in the event. So, that being said, I had told a few people that I would kind of try to explain the difference in clean and microbiome healthy because a lot of people have heard the word clean for a long time, but we at TrūAura, we go beyond clean to microbiome healthy and microbiome friendly. So I've tried to explain a few times at some of the parties we've done what the microbiome is, and we all have one. We've heard about microbiome health in the gut for years and how probiotics are really good for the health of the gut microbiome, but you haven't heard a lot about the skin's microbiome. But just like your internal organs, your skin, being the largest organ of the body, has a microbiome all its own. It's comprised of bacteria and pathogens, oils, lipids, vitamins, minerals, fluid, waters. So and we actually are more microbes than we are human. I think we are like 46% human cells and 50 something percent microbes that make up our composition. So we that's why we are really concentrating on the health of the microbiome because when you restore the health of your microbiome and bring it back into a healthy balance, your skin takes care of a lot of its own problems over dryness, over oiliness, sensitivities, acne prone. It just takes care of a lot of things, psoriasis, eczema. When you don't take care of your microbiome, you leave the skin, the barrier system, subject to breaking down. And when it breaks down, pathogens enter your bloodstream and interfere with your immune system. So, that being said, that is why we concentrate on the microbiome and the health and cleanliness of our products being healthy for the microbiome. Someone asked me about clean. So, we kind of try to explain it this way: beauty products, cosmetics, skincare, very, very, very much not regulated in the United States. In the United States, we only ban 11 products or 11 ingredients from cosmetic skincare products. So we follow other standards like the European standard. The European standard prohibits about 1,300 ingredients from products that are positioning themselves on the shelves as clean. Sephora, the company, had a whole lot of people who were requesting and really demanding more clean products in their store. And so they came up with a standard that's a little more rigid than the European standard, which was it's called the Sephora standard. They prohibit 1,700 or around 1,700 ingredients if you're wanting to position yourself in their store as clean. Then there's the Credo beauty standard. So Credo, I've only always known of Credo being an online store, but I did see one here in the area. I live in McKinney, and so I did see one in somewhere in Plano somewhere, a storefront, and I have visited that store a few times and purchased a couple of things that were clean by their standards. They prohibit Credo prohibits about 2,700 products, or they prohibit about 2,700 ingredients. If you're wanting to position yourself in their store as clean, there's 2,700 ingredients that you cannot have in your product if you want to be a part of their group, their online store. And then there's the EWG, that's the Environmental Workers Group. They came together to try to put a lot more information out there for the consumer. They are the most rigid of all of the standards that are governing or kind of watching a watchful eye over the clean industry. So if you're wanting to position yourself as clean and be certified by them, you have to what they prohibit is about 3,000, between 3,000 and 4,000 ingredient that you cannot use in your product to be clean by their standards. And we follow all of these standards at TrūAura. But sometimes clean by us and by science, clean is not always healthy. So if something is clean but it's detrimental to your skin's barrier, your skin's ecosystem, your skin's microbiome, if you are wanting to, well, for us, if we're going to produce something, it has to be clean by clean standards, and it has to be healthy by microbiome standards. So our clean goes beyond clean, if that makes any sense. Our clean has to be healthy for the microbiome. And say things like silicone, which is considered clean by most standards, is not, we don't allow that. We don't allow silicones in our product because even though it's considered clean by most standards, it is not healthy for your skin's microbiome. It congests it and breaks it, and it assists in breaking it down. We don't use any retinols, and retinol is in nearly everybody's clean list. But even though it's considered clean by most standards, it's not healthy for your microbiome. Petroleum, it's a natural product. It's considered clean by most standards, but we don't allow petroleum in any of our, or in any of its forms in any of our products because it does congest and break down the microbiome. So if it's not healthy for the microbiome, if it causes any disruption in the microbiome, if it congests it, if it breaks it down, even though it's considered clean by most of the most rigid standards, we don't use it. We won't use it. It has to be clean and healthy for the microbiome before it passes our tests. And we prohibit now over 8,000 ingredients, and we restrict over 2,000 ingredients. They have to be used in a very specific way on our restricted items, but our prohibited items are now, I think, over 8,000 ingredients. So that I just kind of wanted to try to explain how we differ from just clean, because we go beyond clean. We go beyond clean because we are more concentrating on clean and healthy than just clean and healthy for the microbiome. Because we want you to know that your microbiome is the basis of good health for the skin. If your microbiome is broken, if your microbiome is breaking down, if your microbiome is not healthy, your skin's not healthy. If your microbiome is brought back to a good, healthy balance, then your skin is also. So that's just kind of very brief explanation as to why you'll hear me say clean isn't always healthy. And I'm meaning that clean isn't always healthy for your microbiome. And that is what we at TrūAura are all about. So I just wanted to kind of clarify that and kind of let you know where we stood on the clean products and why ours is a little bit beyond clean. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something out of that. I hope that helps you some. And I just wanted to kind of end my day. I'm fixing to go pick up kids, pick up the babies, and I may be back on this evening with a few other tidbits, but that's always kind of up in the air when the kids get home. So I just wanted to tell y'all that in this my videos for the day on that note, and I will see you all soon.